Well, guess what? Toronto may have a small problem. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was stretching. Look at that stretch. We've got it on Nothing Personal with David Samson. That is a full stretch. It's brilliant. When you have the flexibility, and for Vladimir to do that, we're talking Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We're not talking a small guy. We're not talking a gymnast. This is not Mary Lou Biles. This is a first baseman, son of Vladimir Guerrero. Mary Lou Retton, excuse me, Simone Biles, funny, amalgam, whatever. You get the picture, Nadia. Look at that stretch. I mean, it's full. Here's the thing. If you're not ready for a stretch like that, guess what? Here's what you're going to hear on your way down. It's going to go and then. When you hear that, that means your hamstring has gone rolled up like an Achilles, gone right out of the frickin', oh, it's terrible feeling. We've had players who've had it. It happened to Vladdy. They had to remove him from the game. You know why? Because he was catching a ball from Bo Bichette. And then it was told that they're going to have to give him an MRI. But then John Schneider, the manager after the game, this is one of the great post-game manager pressers you'll ever see. It's just tightness. Really? I feel like Vladimir was pretty loose to be able to do that. So is what you're not telling us that he felt a pull? Because that's what you feel, no matter how loose you are or how tight you are. Sometimes you go down in that split, and that's what happens, which is why we don't like our players to do it unless they're unbelievably flexible, a word that I would not use to describe Vladimir Guerrero, despite all evidence to the contrary. Now, it is true the Blue Jays have a 5-game lead over the Yankees and the Red Sox, and your thought may be, hey, a little time without Vlad, no problemo. Why would you send him? We don't like sending our guys into the tube. We don't do it just for S's and G's. When you go into the MRI tube, how many times? I will tell you now, Coca, 9 out of 10 times a guy comes out of the tube just to confirm what you thought existed before he went in the tube, and it's never GOOD. Now, you may get surprised sometimes. Hey, it looks like it's not completely torn. This looks like a stage 2 clinger, not a stage 5 nightmare. All right. That's something to think about. That makes me happy. Now we'll only miss 2 weeks instead of 2 months. Great. Good info. Still, when they get put in the tube, we know it ain't a day. But Schneider said, hey, it's just tightness. We'll get him an MRI, and then we'll just rule everything out, and we'll see how he is tomorrow. Come on, man. Stop with these teams getting their players MRIs and saying, yeah, we'll find out the results tomorrow. No. When we put our guy in an MRI, we get the results 5 minutes later. How many times do I have to tell you that? I don't know why teams are not forthcoming. What, they can't reach the player? The player's right there in the tube. Send the player home. Hey, hi, Vlad. It's Dave. Just to let you know, that's a grade 3-er. Looks like it's going to be 6 to 8C tomorrow. When you get to the ballpark, we'll start treatment immediately. There's going to be a lot of people with latex gloves who are putting their hands on you. There's going to be a lot of lube and a lot of rubbing. I guess the reason I'm worked up is that Toronto is also a team that I said, yeah, they're going to win their division. Yeah, they're going to be a force in October. Yeah. Do I still think that? I do. I do.